be wrecked.
Me too!
Today.
Hello, this is Emma, and I'm here to say I'm going to be reacting to coming out stories today. So yeah, there's this, one person, Keara Graves. I don't know them, but I still want to watch it because it's got more than one story, so I want to watch it.
Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Keara.
Is that... Oh, you can't see the flag, but is that a non-binary pin? I have a non-binary flag underneath my agender flag because I'm agender, which is under non-binary. It's symbolic, and I think that's a non-binary flag.
Let's read them. We're gonna start with a really cute and wholesome one because it made my heart all warm and fuzzy. Plus, there's cute pictures. I came out last year after my first and current partner asked me to be hers. They didn't push me to come out, they only made me feel comfortable and secure enough to do so. She made sure to ask me in a discreet enough manner. I'll insert a picture, but she made a scratch away art of a rose, and on the back of it had a post-it note asking me to be hers. And I will insert the picture. That is so kind.
Oh, yo, that's really pretty. Wow, that's definitely much better than what I can make.
Thoughtful. And I love how like discreet it was. Like she didn't want to like force you to come out, but she was just like, hey, I like you, do you like me? And that's good because I know that in a lot of countries like being queer is illegal and like just not accepted by the general public. So that's like a really
Before coming out to my parents, coming out story would be a completely another story, but before I came out to my parents, I had 3 girlfriends before I came out to my parents, and I mean, every time I had a boyfriend, I'd show it off, like, this is my boyfriend, like, I'd let them know, but the 3 girlfriends, nobody knew about them, besides them and myself, and not 3 at one time, but, like, the first one was in, like, oh my god, 3rd grade? This is before I even knew that some people considered it wrong to have a girl dating a girl. This is before that. Like, I just hid it because I didn't want mom to know I was in a relationship at all. She was my bully, by the way. And she was like, why do you just put up with me? And I'm like, because I like you. That's where it came out. So, yeah, before I even knew my labels, I had secret girlfriends.
considerate thing to do. We're still together and have our 2-year anniversary next April. Me and Lawrence is in April too. Currently we're long distance, but I plan on moving to the East Coast by the end of next year. Hi, honey. If you end up using this, I want people to know that it's scary coming out, yes. Even when you're like 80% sure it'll go well, it's still scary. But in the end, it is so, so worth it. Here's a cute pic of us at our anniversary dinner this year. Oh, you guys are so cute! I can feel the love by looking at this photo right now, let me tell you. You guys are fucking adorable, little fucking beans. I want to squeeze you! Oh. Not in an aggressive way, okay? Just in a cute aggression. Hi, I love your content. So, I came out a few months ago. I was closeted my whole life because I live in a very religious community and everyone was expecting for me to get married and have kids at that time because I'm at the right age. No, you can take all the time in the world, honey. You got your whole life. You can get married at 82 if you want. But I met this girl and we instantly clicked. We became a couple, but in secret. We kept seeing each other for a year, but one day we were at my place because I was home alone. We fell asleep while cuddling on my bed and time passed and my family came back home. They saw us. We were half naked and asleep. Fuck. I have a similar situation that I don't think I can share on the internet, but I totally feel the pain in this moment. I started crying and I was saying that I was sorry and I fainted. When I woke up, everyone was gone and my mom was holding my hand. I started crying again and told her how sorry and embarrassed I was, and she said nothing. She just hugged me. She told me she loves me no matter what, and now I live free. Aw, okay. It ended up being a good ending. I'm really happy about that. I have situations where
Once again, not going to go into specifics about my coming out, but I didn't think my mom was okay with it at first. So like she even gave me this bottle that was from Starbucks, and it's rainbow and it says love on it, and a book that was Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens. And I'm pretty sure that was her moment to me, where she was like, "It doesn't matter who you like or who you are." And yeah, I really really appreciate that. I definitely see that as the very first moment that my mom was okay with me being who I am. Um my dad likes to say that he was always okay with it. But there's subtle signs, that you weren't and now you are. So, yeah. I my parents are my number one advocates, and I am so grateful.
Where like parents walked in on me, but like from the other room. So like they heard stuff, but they didn't see stuff. And then the next day, like the family member just never brought it up. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad we don't have to talk about this now and it'd be all awkward and stuff, but still, like, oh,
it's mortifying.
Okay, this is a good one. I was at school on my way to the bathroom when I walked in and saw literally every hot girl and gay ever that I crush on in the hallways. I had to text my best friend. I wrote, OMFG, all the hot gay bitches are in the bathroom right now. Send, without thinking. I look to the top of the screen and see, Mom. My heart drops to my toes and I realize I basically just came out to my mom. Oh my god. I've totally sent my mom like, hey baby, like when are you getting home? Stuff like that, but never like that. She was confused, so I told her I was gay and she thought I was joking, sad face. Very much regret it because I felt so forced and wasn't ready. Oh. That sucks. I was hoping you would say that maybe like she'd be like, oh haha, that's so funny, but not all parents be like that. I understand that because when I first came out, one of my family members was like, okay, and then like I had to come out to them like a few months later and say I'm still queer, and they were like,
I thought you were just like joking, like I thought you were just like going through.
Dude, so many of my family members will just randomly ask like, so when are you gonna stop? And like they don't all know that I'm on testosterone, but I think it's kind of obvious. I have facial hair and my voice is much deeper, but like they're like, are you going to stop soon? And then sometimes they'll be like, so when are you gonna find the right guy for you? And don't get me wrong, I like men. I just really like women much more. I am pansexual. There's another flag of mine, pan. But I just really like women more. I think I'm more pan romantic because men I can't really imagine having intercourse with them anymore. No, thank you. So I think it's more of just trauma as to why I'm leaning more towards women than men. Um, but like yeah, a lot of the times they'll be like, well, it hasn't been recently. I think they've noticed since I'm still have my deep voice and all that jazz. I think they've noticed that it's not a phase, but I think they all thought it was one. So
Through something at the time.
but I'm like, no, this is still happening and it's always been happening. And then that family member cried and yeah. Everything's fine now. I was 15 years old. My dad took me to a family party in Manchester and I had never met any of them before. My family is very relaxed about drinking, so they kept buying me wine. I ended up having about 9 glasses of wine and was very drunk. Holy, at 14? I didn't even say the word shit. We left around 1 glasses of wine and it was
says it was different people every time, and I don't think they realized how much I had. Okay.
Very drunk. Holy, at 14? I didn't even say the word shit. We left around 1 and my dad was steaming. What? Steaming. What does steaming mean? British? Oh, drunk. Okay. Sorry. Little Canadian here. Gotta translate. So your dad was fucked up. I was so drunk I could barely walk, so she was helping me. Then when we were all in the car park, I threw up all over my shoes and proceeded to fall into a nearby bush. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I randomly mumbled, Dad, I'm a lesbian. Oh, honey. All the truth comes out when you're drunk. My cousin and my dad just laughed at me, and then I turned to my cousin and said, I don't know why you're laughing, I'm serious. Awkward silence. My dad told me that he still loved me in a very drunken manner, and then we decided to walk to our hotel even though we were told not to. Oh my god. That was only about me being gay, and I still haven't come out as gender fluid, but yeah, ooh, good luck with that one. I feel like it's a whole different ball game with like certain families with like gender. Coming out as like gay is like one level, and then coming out as like non-binary, trans, or gender fluid is like a whole other concept for your family to like wrap their heads around. And I feel like most people at this point, semi-accepting families are like, okay, you're gay, you're lesbian, you're bi, like nothing I can do about it. But like anytime you bring up like gender, they're like, no, you're either like, you have the body parts of a female, you're a female. You have the body parts of a male, you're male. Like you can't argue with your biology.
This really makes me think that this person is non-binary. I mean, the pin kind of explains it, but yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Like I have oh wow, I'm only 7 minutes in. I have so many people who like have told me you're wrong. So many people, family, friends, what have you. And at work, I still get like I want to go to the bathroom, and there's a unisex bathroom, and there's a male, and there's a female bathroom, and no matter which one I choose, people will stop me. Like the unisex bathrooms, they're like, "Oh, you're wasting that." Not wasting that, but you're like, what's the words they used? Um, you're just gonna take your time. There was a word that they used before that, but um, I'm like, I just have to go to the bathroom, damn it. And then in the women's bathrooms, I have been told by people that I was in the wrong bathroom. And I was told by this one lady, she said, "Oh, isn't this the women's bathroom?" I said, "Yes." And then I continued to wash my hands, and she walked out. I know I made her uncomfortable, and I felt so bad, but I literally didn't do anything. The only thing I said was yes, and it's just because the unisex bathroom is being used, and I do not feel safe going to the men's bathroom. Like, when I was younger, I would go into the men's bathroom sometimes, because if I had a male friend with me, we'd both go together. But I know I'm not a man. Like I feel better with male pronouns like he him than I do female pronouns, but I still prefer they them all in all. But I am not going in there because the chances of RIPE happening to me again, I don't like those odds. So yeah, it's either unisex bathroom, or if there is none, or if somebody's in that, the female bathroom. And I have IBS, so I need the bathroom ASAP whenever I have to go to the bathroom. But yeah, I don't know how I went off on that tangent. Let's see where this person's at.
But like what they don't understand is that like sex and gender are different. Good luck coming out as gender fluid. You don't need to come out like before you're ready. Take it easy, take your time. But I'm glad that your dad was cool about you being lesbian. Here's my craziest coming out story. By the way, I love you so much. You're such an idol to me. I love you. Basically, I'm gender fluid and a lesbian. And my geography teacher told all the girls to go to one side of the room and the boys to the other. They gotta stop doing that. How many times? Be more creative. Okay, don't separate the class based on your body parts. If you're watching and you're a teacher, separate your class in other ways than that. Anyway, sorry, got heated. So I stayed where I was because I'm stubborn and hate people calling me a girl. So when I didn't move, she got mad and said,
"How could you be a lesbian if you aren't a girl?"
And I had not told anyone. But I anonymously contacted our school about my LGBTQ plus issues, so I think they lied and it isn't anonymous. What the fuck? Okay, that is so bad, because usually you should be able to talk to a guidance counselor about like, you know, any problems that you're having, whether it's gender issues, sexuality issues, you know, general self-discovery issues, anything. They should use the same confidentiality that like a therapist would. Going around and like telling other people, like that's not your place.
Oh, this isn't LGBT related, but I have a lot of illnesses, mental and physical, and in school I had a 504 plan, and they were not supposed to give out specifics on any of my illnesses on the 504 plan for the teachers to see. They just had to know that I had to be able to go to the bathroom when I wanted to, and the nurses, and bring in my own water bottle, which, yes, was not allowed. My school is kind of ghetto. And bring in my backpack. All those things. And be allowed on the elevator. And yeah, we had this one teacher who told me right in front of the class, um, he was like, "Yeah, but that's not really a real illness." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You can't have a 504 plan for a fibromyalgia. It's not a real illness." And I was like, "What?" That was the only word that could come out of my mouth, and the guy wasn't letting me go out to the bathroom. So I walked out anyway, and he said that he was gonna, like, do the assignment I was doing, mark it as a 0. And, I went out to the bathroom anyway, because it was gonna happen one way or the other. Whether he said I could or not.
Especially as like a person in authority, to tell like other teachers and other staff members the private information that a student told you. I went to a Halsey concert with my dad. They were selling LGBTQ plus flags at the venue street, and I was giving the flags hard eyes because they were so sparkly and beautiful. So I went, the flags are pretty, haha. My dad knew they were LGBT flags. It had just been Pride Month. He saw me ogling them and asked, "Do you want one?" And I was like, yeah. In this tiny voice, and he asked me, "And are you LGBT?" And I was like, yes. He literally just kept walking and went, ah. My heart was beating so fast. I didn't know what he was going to say, but after he just went, "You never told me." And I explained that I didn't feel the need to come out because I never had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or any significant other before. He took it so well and bought me the flag. I was so happy during the whole concert. It was wholesome. Aww, that's so cute. I feel like
That's really cute.
that's such a like dad reaction to just be like, oh, this one's so cute. Okay, so my sister always called me Ray, which is half the syllables of my birth name, Rachel. She'd use it to get my attention, and for years never said my birth name without me ever telling her how much euphoria it brought me. Aww. Then suddenly all my friends were calling me the same thing just after hearing my sister call me it. So basically, my sister and all my friends renamed me before I even told them I'm non-binary. So I decided that name fit perfectly, and that actually I've always been Ray, so I began only using that and slowly showing my true self. And the moral of the story is, my loved ones basically came out for me.
I'm Sid. And my dad's name is Sid. Well, that's his nickname, technically. But he's a junior, and he's not the biggest fan of being a junior. So he's Sid, and that was technically because of our last name, Sadowski. But it starts with S-A-D, not S-I-D. But somehow his friends got Sid from that. And they named me Sydney when I was a child. Well, when I was a baby, technically. And I'm so glad they didn't go with the first name. Because I had a different name for one whole day before they changed it. So I'm glad they didn't go with the first name. Because I've always loved Sid. And I've gone by Sid my whole life. So only specific family members ever called me Sydney. And I'm still not a big fan of it, but I let it go for the most part. But yeah, I'm Sid, and I can't wait to legally change it because I want it to be Sid Ryan Sadowski. I'm not gonna say what my previous middle name was.
Basically in October of 2019, I had been in the closet for a long time, and it was driving me a little crazy. I went into my phone calendar, scrolled to June 1st, 5,000, like the year 5,000, and added
Hang on. Driving me a little crazy, and I don't know why this is where I decided to go with this, but anyway, I went into my phone calendar. Okay.
an event that said I'm gay. Random. Little did I know that my family had some sort of group calendar thing. So anytime anyone adds a new event, everyone else gets a notification. Turns out, somehow neither of my parents saw the notification, but my brother did. Luckily, he's like really awesome, so he didn't out me or try to get me to come out to him. Good brother move. Flash forward to April of 2020. My brother and mom needed new phones. My brother was able to set up his no problem, but my mom's was being really weird. She started getting a bunch of random old notifications from her previous phone. She probably got about 20 notifications out of the 100 she got when she had her old phone. And of course, one of them was just the one that said, my name just added an event to the calendar saying, I'm gay. My family and I just stood there for like 5 minutes staring at it before I started crying, even though my parents are so supportive and I knew they would be. Oh my god. Apple outed you.
Actually, I think they're done. But there was a couple times that, my mom, for whatever reason, it was always her phone. Her phone, like, if I text people on my phone, and well, they get the same notifications they always do. But if they text me, you hear, "Oh my globby guys, drama bomb from Adventure Time." That's my text tone. My mom texts me, it's always ding. I'm like, how the hell did she do that? And she doesn't know how she did it. I don't know how she did it. And it's been like that before I got this phone. It was like back when I had an Apple 6, and this is an 8, by the way. But hers, she has the newest one, the newest Apple, and it still does this to me. But she also for some reason doesn't get messages from me and my dad all the time. It's like she'll get most of the messages, but randomly it'll say it's sent on this side and it won't show up on hers. And then randomly she'll send us messages and we won't get it. It's just mom, dad, and I. We just have this weird thing where our phones just don't work together. My dad works. He texts me, I get it right away. I text him, he gets it right away. But anytime mom texts one of us, problem. Anyway, this was really fun. Um, some of them got me really nervous, like on the edge of my seat, like thinking like something bad is gonna happen or something worse is gonna happen. And as you can tell, a lot of these did remind me of my past and my present still, because the bathroom thing is still a problem. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this video. Go subscribe to Keara Graves, um, or Keara. Sorry, did they say Keara? Or Keara. Just subscribe to them if you're into this kind of stuff. I don't know what they normally have on their YouTube channel, but this was a good one for the first one to see of theirs. And if you like this, consider subscribing to me too. um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mo signing off. Bye.